This episode of Bots Obsession is brought to you by you, the viewers.
Jetfire, the 30th release from Iron Factory, is named after the Goose constellation Cygnus, and this is not that toy. This is actually KO and slight upscale TNT-01. It does still feature all the things the original release has, except this time he's the size of the Classics mold. I prefer this one too. Jetfire's a big guy, and this version is taller than the official Iron Factory Magnus. Also, the bigger the size difference between Screamer and Jetfire, the better. Transformers Captain America is really often mischaracterized by fans as being soft, but if you look at his aligned or even War for Cybertron appearances, he really is someone that speaks his mind and isn't afraid to talk back. It's something that has really endeared me to the character. The Jet mode is super sleek and so stylized and so sexy. Anyone who thinks it's cute him and his Discord kitten have matching alt modes. Also, functional landing gear, have to call it out. I like how big the red thrusters are here too, instead of the backpack. That's hella nice. The hand feel and mouth feel on this is pretty good for a KO too. Nothing feels bad and everything holds together really well. For comparison, here he is with a monster can, with some other Jetfires, with some Iron Factory stuff, and some official stuff. Transformation on Jetfire is perfectly acceptable. It's fine, although it does have the dreaded parts forming. If you hate that, then you're gonna hate this figure because yeah, it does not do the thing without the gun. So from there, I like to bring the wings up, and you want to fold them towards the jetpack. Come down here, untab the arms, and bring them up on that double hinge and tab them in. Same thing. Ooh, tight joints for a KO, for real. Like I say, when this is a KO and it feels nice, it doesn't feel bad, except for that right there. I wish that was tighter, but nothing I can't fix. The jetpack back here is tabbed into the leg, so just give that a little wiggle and it'll untab. From there, flip these forward, which lets loose the thighs, and then they just slide down and tab back in. Fold up those landing gear. The feet are pretty interesting. I have them folded down but typically these are folded up, and then you have to collapse them down. Then you want to push the feet forward, fold out the toe. Same thing. Push the foot forward, fold out the toe, and that brings the feet in line with the legs. From here, fold up that nose cone, rotate this down, close that up, flip the head up, and then the backpack is just sliding up. And then there are some tabs right there, so you want to make sure that it gets all the way up and over those tabs. You can kind of see them right there. So make sure it gets up and over, and so that way the backpack can seat in those tabs. Keep the head straight, and then undo that panel. Flip out the fists. I'm not going to say the thing every Transformers reviewer says, even though it's true. All right, there we go. All right. And if you have the hands that have the grips in them, you can put the blaster in his hand, but I didn't put those on. So there we have TNT-01, aka Iron Factory Jetfire, in his robot mode. I do like this bot mode. It's built, heroic, and overall powerful. He looks like brains and brawn. Jetfire really can have it all. He has two heads as well, Toon and Classics? Iron Factory, did you do this just for me? The railguns can still be used here, and in true Iron Factory fashion, he has a plethora of optional hands, including ones perfect for brat taming. There's some clear differences between this and the official though, mainly the lack of black joints and the plastic quality. Iron Factory always has this really nice premium feel to it. Not to say that this does feel bad, it's definitely different though, and is still noticeable as a KO. The posability is pretty good for a Jetfire, not that he needs it. Jetfire's never limber on the battlefield. I think I like the size of this too. I know I mentioned it earlier, but I like how big this one is compared to the original. I got to see the official one at TFCon, and while that one looks better and probably feels better, this one is the right size, I think, for my collection. Plus, any of the little joint issues are all things that I can fix. And the price on this guy helps too. TNT-01 is only about $40, whereas Iron Factory Cygnus runs well over 100 or 120. For comparison, here he is with a monster can, with some other Jetfires, with some Iron Factory stuff, and some official stuff. Alrighty, articulation on Jetfire. Yeah, I'm keeping the toy style head on. I think I like it on here. He has a ball joint at the neck, and it also is on a double hinge, so it can look back. He can transform with this head as well, so like don't worry about that. The animation style head can look up a little bit more, but yeah, so you get a pretty emotive range out of this. Arms are on ball joints and they rotate 360. They go out and up all the way. Now, and I think it's just because this one's a KO, but it also might just be the design. The way this works is it's a ball socket and then there is a pin going through the top of the arm. And I really wish this was something else. I don't know what else it could have been, but at least on this side it's very, very loose, but I should be able to tighten it up. On this side it's fine. It's just like, yeah, that side it wasn't that bad at first, but it's gotten worse as time has gone on. Mushroom peg at the bicep, double jointed elbows for full range, and then his wrists are on pegs, so they do swivel, although those are some really shallow pegs, so they do like to pop out. He does have a Iron Factory ab crunch, a crazy crunch right there, as well as a waist swivel. And it does get a little impaired because of the backpack, but he does have it. Side skirts right here are on ball joints going forward, so they can get out of the way for the legs to kick pretty far up. They do get caught on this side skirt, but it does flex a little bit. Turns out that those are also on like these slight pins, so oh, hang on, look at that. So you can get them all the way up. Those hadn't moved. So yeah, these side skirts totally rotate out of the way for back and forward motion. That's actually really, really good. You can get these legs. Let me move that pretty high up and pretty far back now that those side skirts are out of the way. That's really cool. I like that a lot. Rotation at the thigh. Oh, double joint at the knee. Not quite a full bend, but he is getting all the range out of it because of that stump right there. Feet are interesting because they rotate forward and then there is a slight pivot there, and then he has toe up and down. But yeah, you just have to work with the ankles, although his ankle pivot is very, very weak. I don't know if it's picking it up on camera, but he is not quite as bright a white as I would like. I would really like it if he was all this white. He's a slight off-white, kind of like my Thrilling 30 Jetfire. Him and my Thrilling 30 Jetfire are almost the same shade of like off-white, but I mean, it's kind of just the nature of Jetfires, and also this is a KO, so I can't be too nitpicky about it because I knew what I was getting into. But yeah, really solid articulation as always from Iron Factory. And again, he doesn't feel bad. He feels okay. He doesn't feel like a crappy knockoff. He feels like a nice sturdy one, and time has shown that he has been. Part of me doesn't want to recommend this figure, and that's just because I don't have the official one to compare it to. If I had the original Jetfire, I think then yeah, I could just say which one is better, but I don't. I wish I had that Iron Factory Jetfire, and I still want to get one. It's just really out of my price range for a singular figure at this point, especially one as little as Iron Factory runs. I do like this one though, and if you are in the market for a classic style Jetfire, but you're just not a big fan of that one, this runs about the same price and is the same size and does all the same things. Like, it's just as good, if not better, because of the posability. I really do like him too. I think it'll look great next to everything on my shelf, and it does. It poses like a dream, is a great rendition of Jetfire, and might even be better because it has that lack of black on it. So if that's something you're interested in, then this is for you. With all that said though, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the description for the link to our Patreon, which gets you exclusive access to the Discord. It's just $1. With all that said, I will see you in the next one. This has been Bots Obsession.